Hi guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue working on this Lapbook journal, and as you know, last time we did the structure. We also did some of the elements on this side, and I love how this is coming along so far. So let's see what we can do today. So I figured today we can work on this next side over. Now I went ahead and I was finally able to switch my ink and print some of the ephemera elements, and there's so many more, but I'm just starting with this. I might print the other ones as we move along, but look how pretty and so eclectic and different these are. I just love them. You also get like a calendar if you want to do like a December daily. I'm already doing a December daily on a different book, so I won't be using those. So I love these elements here because they are double-sided, or actually not double-sided, but you can fold them and then you can't, they can be double-sided after you fold them. So I was thinking of maybe making these into like paper clips. So here's that little piece. So if you fold it in half like this, you have like a double-sided image that we can turn into a paper clip. So I have two little magnets because I want this to keep this flap together. So I'm going to use the magnets. I'm going to put one on this side. See if I can get some glue out. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to add the magnet right on top, and we're gonna glue it on the other side just like that. So now I have the two magnets in place in there, and I'm gonna glue this whole piece onto this cardstock. So I'm just gonna go like that, and then I'm going to fussy cut around it again. So let's just do that. And my magnets are kind of thick, but that is all I have, so that's what I'm going to use. And then we're just going to fuzzy cut around. So now I'm just going to fold these in half and just have my magnets connect like that. And now we can use this little Santa as a paper clip to hold this piece together. There you go. Isn't that cute? I think that's cute. Now of course I'm going to still embellish that, but I just love it. Okay, so for now what I'm going to do is work on this page. So I have some of these tags, and these are manila folder tags, I think. Also they're very thick, so I like that. And so I'm thinking I can add these tags here as little flaps. So let's see how long I want this to be. Probably around this long. So right on this mark I am going to score, and I'll tell you what that measures. It's probably going to be 6 inches since the base is 6.5. So it is, yeah, this is around 6.5. So I'm just going to actually score at 6.25, and I think that's exactly what my line was. And I'm going to do 2 of these stacks. Now if you don't have these stacks, you can definitely just use like a piece of another file folder and just cut them like this. And this measure, let's see, 4 inches. So the tags are going to be about 4 by 6. And so we're gonna fold these on this little score line that we added, and we're gonna add this as a hinge on this page, so we can have these 2 little flaps. Alrighty, so now I'm just gonna glue this piece down here, one on the bottom, and then we're gonna do the other one on the top. Okay, and I want them close together but not quite touching each other. Okay, here we go. So now we have 2 flaps. I think that's really cool. So then I can decorate some of these using the ephemera. I went ahead and cut some more pieces, and of course I have some of my little laces that I have, little bits and pieces. So I'm just going to do a paper doily here, and I think this would be a good place to add a picture. And then I want to layer this lady. She is so elegant. And then I want to layer some of this pretty vintage lace. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue and put this right there, and then I can glue this over just like that. And I'm not putting a lot of glue because I am going to do just a little bit of stitching on top of that. And I like this Christmas little ticket here, so I'm gonna just do that down here and something like this. Okay, and I just like how simple and how elegant it is. So then I'm going to stitch in here, and on this one I'll probably do something similar just to have these 2 pieces be cohesive. So I'm going to just kind of do something like that. So I'm going to add some of this pretty lace on this side, and I cut out this image here with the doggy. I think it's so cute. So I'm just gonna glue this down here just like so, and then I have this little piece. Okay, so I have that ready, and now I'm going to add my stitches. Okay, so then I added the stitches, and I'm just doing some more inking around these tags just so it looks a little bit more according to the rest of the book. Okay, so there we go, a little bit more over here and some more down there. Okay, there you go. So I have these envelopes here from my stash, and I was thinking we can probably use these to create pockets on the back, kind of like cascading pockets. That's what I'm thinking. So the first thing I'm going to do is seal the envelopes. Now I had these envelopes forever. They were for a bridal shower cards that me and my friend bought, oh my gosh, like 10 years ago, and I don't know how this just showed up because I was looking for envelopes, and I went through a drawer that I have full of envelopes, and I was looking for white so I can ink them the same color. So that's kind of funny. But anyway, so I'm just going to close these envelopes, and then I'm going to reopen them again by just making a little cut on the bottom of the envelope. So not the side that we just glued in, but the opposite side. And I'm just taking out a little bit so we can create that opening there. So you can just do something like that. Take this out. Okay, and then there you go. Okay, so then I'm going to ink the sides and the top. Actually, I'm going to just ink as much as I can here on the top part, and let me do the same with all of them. So I inked the envelopes on the top opening side, and one of them I inked the whole way because that will be the one that will be showing the most, I think. So I'm going to cut an opening on my envelopes just like this. I'm using just a circle puncher, and we're just going to make like half a circle opening, and I am not measuring this, but I do want this to be on the same location so they don't look all off center. So I'm just going to do that as a guide. Make sure you are punching the hole on the top if you're doing that. And here we go. Here, let me take this one out. It's too thick, sometimes it won't go through all the layers of the paper. And this one will be here. I just want them to be lined up. Okay. Alrighty, so now I'm going to start with the first envelope. I'm going to glue this right on the back of this little book. And we're just gonna add it right on the center. There you go. Then I'm going to grab the next one and place it right there. Well, first let's see how far apart we need these envelopes to be so they're even. So I think this one needs to be a little bit down. Okay, so I think that's good. And okay, so now I'm going to go glue the whole envelope right here. So I think that was good. And this one will be there. So again, I'm going to glue. I think this is fine right there. Okay. And then the last one all the way down here. Okay, so then this one maybe a little bit higher up. Let's see, right there. Okay. And so yeah, so quick, simple, relaxing, just use what you have and just try to create something with it. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm using, but you can take some of my ideas maybe as a reference. So here we have an opening, and this one too, and there you go. And then I think I'm going to ink this just a little bit more so it's not that light, and it doesn't have to be even. I'm just making it very, very uneven, just like that. Okay, perfect. And then we can decorate this with some of our ephemera. I went ahead and I fussy cut all the ephemera pieces, so maybe this one we can add right there. That looks really good. Something like this, and maybe a little lace, of course, this one here. Okay, so we only need a little piece to pick through. Okay, so let's start with that. So I'm gonna use some of my glue here. Alrighty, let's just do that, and then the image here. There we go, just something like that. And then I'm going to add these ingredients. I think that will look good. There you go. I think that's fine. So I'm going to use some of these other sheets that I have left over, and I think I'm going to cut this in half. Let me just open these pages up, and maybe we can turn this into like a little paper block, like a little place to add a journal, and we can include this into this back pocket here. So that's my idea. And maybe I can use some of the papers that I have here from the collection, so I'm going to trim around it again, just something around the same size. And I'm not gonna trim the top yet. I'm gonna leave the top long and wrap around everything. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. Let me just take this white space out. Okay, so I'm thinking we can grab all of these and this one, and then we can just bend everything here, and we can stitch around it on the top here to make them all into a block. So let me go ahead and add the stitching. So there you go, we have a little block of paper here. All I did is a stitch the top. Now if you're not stitching, you can definitely just staple that up. And so I just love how this looks the way it is, so I think I'm gonna leave it. So my idea is to kind of just add this to the back pocket just like that, and then have it coming out on top of this page in here. So we have place for journals, and then you can definitely take this out if you need to journal on it. And then we have the pockets on the back. So I think that is good. Or you can, if you don't like the look of that, you can definitely just put the whole thing in there and just kind of have it peek through a little bit. So either way. Okay, so now I think we can work on this other side over here. So for this side, I wanted to do like the main journal part. That's what I'm going to put. I'm gonna put it there. So I have some of this coffee dye paper, and I'm actually going to build the journal separately, and then once we're ready we can add it. So again, I have the pages. I'm going to use one of the pages from the collection to be like my base, like my cover. And if you notice, the page is a little bit smaller because it had the white border that I trim around, and it is smaller than the coffee dye paper, but I actually don't mind. I'm going to have the coffee paper peek through like that. So I'm just folding everything together. Okay, so that is the first thing we have. Now here is where I want to add all these different elements that I have. For example, I have this glassine bag, and I'm going to open the bottom of the bag, and I'm going to fold it in half also. So this will be another one of the pages for my little journal here that I'm putting together. So we can put that in here like so. Then what else we have? We have all kinds of things, and then here's where we're going to use all of these nice ephemera. Same thing with this bag. Now I'm going to open the bottom and do the same thing, fold in half, and then here we have a larger type of pocket slash page, so we can also add that here. Now you can definitely ink and do all kinds of things, but I think I'm gonna leave it white for now at least. Then I have, let's see, I have some of these big envelope pages, and now these envelopes, you can do things to that. So we're gonna fold this in half. Okay, so you either can have the opening on this side, we cut it out, or we can take this out and then we have the openings on the top. So since I already have so many openings on the side, I'm going to cut the top part of my envelope and have the pockets be on the top when I add this into my book. So now I'm going to find a place here for this, so maybe I'll do it here. Okay, here we go. Then I also have some book pages from a book that I got at the dollar store, and again, same thing with this. We're just turning this into page. Now this is not a Christmas book, and I don't know what type of book this was, but hopefully I had an experience that I was using a book like this and I didn't realize it had some bad words on it until after the fact. So yeah, so this time I really hope there's none of that. Okay, so let me put this like that. Maybe I'll put this envelope page on the first page, but I do want this to show, so I'm gonna fold it the other way. Okay, so here like that, and you don't have to put it all on the center. You can put some up and some down. In fact, I think I can do 2 envelopes here. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna open this one up too and cut this out and fold these. Here you go. And we can do 2 envelopes, 2 envelope pockets here. One on the bottom, one on the top. Let me see if I like how this is looking, because I know I want this page first. So let me switch that up again. Okay, just like that. I love how it looks with the border around this page. That's why I want that to be here. Then we have these 2. Then we have the glassine bag, more coffee paper, book pages, another bag. So yeah, so I think we have a lot of different things here now. And here you go. So now we're ready to add this signature into our book. And let's see here. So I want to put this on this side over here. So I want this to be, this is a 1 inch. I don't want it right on the center because I want to have room to add some more things in here. So I'm going to put it kind of towards, you know, like closer towards this line. So right there, right there is where I want this to be. So I'm going to prepare my needle and my twine here so I can stitch this in. So here's my needle and my twine, and I actually went ahead and stitched some of the pages because after we add this into the book, it's probably going to be difficult to run it through the sewing machine. And what I'm going to do is poke my holes ahead, that way it's a lot easier. So I'm going to hold everything together and I'm going to poke a hole on the center here. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we go through all of them like that, and then I'm going to see where I want this on my spine here. So I think it's gonna be right there. And again, I'm not measuring anything, but it's not quite on the center. It is, let me take this out now. It is more towards the right. And then what I'm gonna do is grab my ruler. I'm gonna grab the ruler and I'm just going to poke 2 holes and align them to this line, because I do want this to be straight. I don't want them to go side to side. So I'm gonna do one up here and make sure this is lined up. One down here. Okay, so then we have 3 inches up and 3 inches down. And now I am going to go back in here. So I'm going to do 3 inches up and I'm I'm just gonna pencil mark up there and 3 inches down, which is right there. Okay, so I guess that's how we're gonna do it. And now I'm just going to do the hole up where I put the pencil mark and here as well. Okay, so now we should be ready to stitch this in, and you can also go with your sewing machine and just do one long stitch in there, which will probably be a lot easier. But okay, so I'm just trying to do it in a way that we can all do it. So I'm gonna start at the center just like we did the other smaller signature, pass everything through there. Oops, hold on, I can't see. I'm on a really weird angle here, trying not to put my face on the camera. Okay, so then I'm gonna go on the center, and then we're going to do the bottom. I'm gonna start here, and now that we already have the holes basically pre-made, it's just a matter of lining them up and passing through the holes that we just did. Okay, so, and I'm just gonna do, I guess, one at a time because I can't see the holes. So here's one, this one, and this one here, and the paper bag, and there you go. Okay, and make sure that this is not gonna go through, otherwise you have to start all over. Okay, and now we're gonna line up the ones on the top. Since, like I said, we already have the hole, so it's a lot easier to do it this way. Okay, and then we're just gonna come out from the hole that we made on the top. Okay, and now we're gonna come out through the center here again. Let's see, and let's make sure they're all lined up, and there you go. So now it's coming right out. Now make sure that this line, the long line, it's in between the two ends, so we can tie this. And let's just cut this now. Okay, and let's make a knot, and there we go. And we can leave this hanging, or we can trim this a little bit. So now we have one signature on this side with different pockets. You know, love the glassine bag, different textures, some book pages, stitching, another bag, another book page. You know, it's just fun, lots of things. Okay, so now we can decorate this page, and I have some paper doilies in here, and I have different ephemeras, and I think I'm gonna use this image. Look how gorgeous, how vintagey that is. So maybe we can do some type of collage in there. So let me start with the paper doily on the back. Let's just do something like that right here. There you go. We already have that beautiful stitching, so I don't need to worry about stitching anymore. I do like that image. Yeah, and something like that, and the bells, just make something really, really pretty. And then I have this vintage lace, but I think I'm gonna do this on this side, so I'm just gonna glue these elements the way I have them. Okay, so let's start with these belts. Oh, make sure you don't glue your pages together. Since they're uneven, it's a little bit hard to see where they start. Okay, and then I don't want this image to get damaged, so I'm gonna glue the whole thing down. There you go. Make sure I got glue on every little corner. And now I'm gonna just put this down here. And then you can come back with your matte patch if you like and just do a layer, you know, like to protect the paper. And then I have this Joyful Christmas, which I think is really pretty. I'm gonna add it. Okay, and another reason why I wanted to just keep this like simple sheets is so they don't add too much bulk into these pages, so you can actually collage a lot of them. Okay, there you go. I think that's good. I don't want to do too much, and this little piece will probably be too much. Okay, so then this lace that I have, maybe we can add it somewhere in the pages to make it look like something, maybe here. Yeah, okay, so I think we like that. And oh my goodness, this one would have been really pretty stitch, so maybe I'll go back and add stitching into here, like down the center. Okay, I'll wait for the glue to dry. It gets a little bit tedious to stitch when you have all of, you know, the layers added. Whoops, got some glue spill over here. But it's worth it because I love the look of the stitching. So I have this little piece of airmail, and I just love how vintage that look also. And I don't know if it's vintage, but it looks vintage, so I'm going to add it here into some of my pages. I also love the fact that it has some red, so it goes really pretty with the colors I'm using. So maybe here towards the end I can add it, and I want this to be like a little flap and like a little secret pocket in there. So I think I'm gonna have it here, and I'm going to glue this side. Now I'm only gonna add a little bit of glue. I'm not gonna glue the whole piece because this can also be a little tuck spot. Like if we have something, it can go in there too. Okay, so we can do that. And let's see what else. I definitely want to add more pretty laces there as well, so maybe I'll pick one more and add it in this page. This page looks like it needs a little something, so this one here. So I have this piece. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks fine. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna add some glue. So I have this pretty lace in there, and then I think we can add some different ephemera pieces to embellish throughout. So I'll probably do this one here, and it's always good to just glue a little bit, so just in case you wanna use this as a tuck spot, or you can add a picture behind it or something like that. And so maybe this image can go back here. We can tuck it in, or I can glue it. I'm just gonna glue it here. Okay, so let's just add that little piece in here just to embellish a little bit. And then I have December, so just adding lots of little things to make it just a little more fun. Same thing over there. Oh, look at this. I have this gorgeous angel, and I think maybe we can do some little collage, in there maybe. Let's see what else I have. I have this. Is this too big? Okay, maybe that is too big. So maybe I can do that. And this. Yeah, okay. So just little pieces here and there. Let's try that. Okay, so, and then I can add pretty girl. Right there, like so. Okay, that's good. And then something Christmas. There you go. What else I have? Yeah, I think that's Christmas lights. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one here and glue this down. There you go. So just a quick little collage to make it a little bit more Christmassy, more interesting. And so yeah, okay. What else? Merry Christmas, maybe that. Okay, so let's just do it. And there we go. So I think we're done with the little journal here for now. Let's see. A little bit more glue. Okay. So I really like it. I really love how it looks. I love like it has different pockets, places. The pages are uneven. They're grungy. I love it. And so there you go. We're done with the journal. And I think I am at a good stopping point for today. I hope that you guys are enjoying this series so far, and we're gonna come back next time and continue working on this panel, and then also we're going to do the outside of our little book here. And yeah, I hope you're crafting right along with me. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.